Do you feel like your path in life isn't exactly where you want it to be? Are you letting your wants go unchecked? Well, here to talk to us about this is author, vlogger, and podcaster, Tricia Huffman. Hi, Tricia.
Hi.
I feel like you're stirring up a lot of emotions with this conversation about your path in life isn't where you want it to be. You have a book, and it's called F the Shoulds, Do the Wants. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so it's a really simple idea that's very deep, and that's something that I apply every single day. It's really seeing that we're a lot of times unconsciously stumbling through life following the shoulds and what we think the world wants from us or what we've been told to be and do. And so I have you narrow in on the word should, but then looking at all of your choices, thoughts, and feelings through this lens so that you can figure out, what do I want and why do I want it? So that you're showing up in your life every single day, clear on who you are, what you want, and why you want it, instead of just following life based on shoulds and here, do this, do this, do that, because you're really not going to be fulfilled when you're following everyone else's shoulds.
I feel like this idea, this concept can really help everybody, no matter who you are. Tell us about you. What was the catalyst for writing this book?
So the catalyst was, I thought I was living my dream life, and I was. I was living my dream life, but my dad passed away suddenly, and it shook me up more than I ever could have expected, and it made me want to walk around the street and shake people. I was like, I know that life is hard. There's a lot of things going on that are unfair, and you could die tomorrow. So wake up and live your life. Be alive today. And I didn't know what I was going to do. I gave up my dream life, which was I was a touring sound engineer working with Grammy award-winning artists. I loved it. But I just knew I had to do something to shake people up. And the only idea I got was to give up the word should, and it made no sense to me because I didn't think I lived a life of shoulds. But when I actually focused on that word, I was shocked at how much it tried to come out of my mouth, and it also was running all the thoughts in my mind. So I really committed, and I wouldn't let myself use the word, and then I was like, well, what else do I say here? What should? And I realized 95% of the time, the best word to replace it was want, and it changed everything because the shoulds have us looking outside of ourselves, give me my answer. And the want, I was constantly coming back to me. What do I want?
You talked a little bit about that voice inside. So how important is it for all of us to listen to that voice inside, to live the life that we want?
I think it's everything, because again, what is the point of going through this life when you're just doing these things to try to be accepted by other people, when really the work is to be accepting ourselves? I mean, right, we hear so many stories of people who are retired and looking back at their life and the regrets and all of that. What is most important is for you to be living the life you want and to make the choices that you are happy about, not what other people may think about it or you.
Yeah. So you moved from your dream career of being a touring sound engineer for Grammy-winning artists to creating this joyology, which I love. Do you think that there's a common thread between Grammy winners and stay-at-home moms when it comes to finding happiness?
Yeah, you maybe wouldn't think so, but yeah, and that's the joyologist term came from, I went and created a role that was then supporting those same artists on the tour so that they could enjoy their life and the success they had. And so now, yes, I still work with those people and stay-at-home moms, and our lives might look a lot different, but the human condition is the same. We all have these doubts, these fears. We all are unconsciously what do people think about me? What's the right choice? What are all of that? And so really, even though our lives are so different, what we deal with on the inside is the same. So really everything in the book and that I share is for every single person. And again, it doesn't matter what you have, what you look like, how much money you have. What matters is how you feel about yourself and the choices you're making every day.
Tricia, such great advice. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you would like a copy of Tricia's book, just head to her website.